Hadestown, the musical that snagged 8 Tonys back in 2019 after being nominated for 14, starts its run at the Hobby Center in Houston on January 5th. In case you're not familiar, this musical blends the Greek myths of Orpheus and Eurydice with that of Hades and Persephone into what is described as a hell-raising journey to the underworld. And ahead of opening night, I got to chat with Kimberly Marable. She plays Persephone, the queen of the underworld. Kimberly, I have to start by asking, what do you love about this role, and what makes it different from roles you've had in the past?
Oh my goodness. Well, let's just start with the basics, okay? Persephone is a goddess and a queen. And it truly has been an honor to be able to embody that 8 times a week on stage. But what's also exciting about her is that she's empathetic. She is a loyal wife, but she also has morals and opinions about how things should and should not be done. But she also likes to have a good time, have a little drinky drink, and just has a joie de vivre, as they say. And I really enjoy being able to embody all of those complex things that make Persephone wonderful and beautiful. So in all of those ways, she's different from any role that I've ever played, and I'm super excited.
What's cool about Hadestown is it gives Persephone and Eurydice agency versus the myths. They kind of fell into this by chance, but in Hadestown, these women made a choice. They got to command their future.
Absolutely. And what's wonderful about Persephone's journey in particular is that she continues to make that choice. Even though, Hades may come back early, he may come when he's not supposed to and go against the rules, like she is still choosing to go back and try again at love. And I think, there's hints of that for Eurydice as well. Just really, as you said, being able to have agency to make your own decisions, and to live with those choices.
You get to play this goddess. What is it like to introduce her to crowds all over the country now on this national tour?
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. I wish I had a better answer than that, but it's truly amazing. And I'm biased. So I did the show. I did Hadestown on Broadway as well, and had access to a number of different roles, being an understudy and being a worker full time, and being able to really delve into all of the wonderful things that is Persephone, and share that with audiences across the country and with Houston audiences starting tonight. It's really been a blast. She has amazing songs. She's got this bright green dress and a black sexy dress too. But it's just been a gift, truly, to be able to share her with the world.
I know the original on Broadway picked up so many Tonys. I don't know how that's not an argument to go see it, but what would you say to someone who hasn't bought tickets yet?
Yeah, I would say a few things. The first thing I would say is that Hadestown is like nothing you have ever seen before, or listened to before. It's fully sung through musical. And the music is to die for. Just jazz and folk and second line and blues, and there's call and response if you are familiar with the soundtrack, so feel free to join in. So it's a plethora of things that really truly there is something for everyone, and you'll leave singing songs from the show, which is always exciting. It's a love story. There's 2 love stories, in fact. So there's that for people. And also it is incredibly human. The characters that, this myth is 3,500 years old. So there has to be a reason why it continues to be told again and again. And I believe it's because there truly is something for everyone to relate to. when they experience this story. And they have an access point through different characters, whether it's through Hades or through Orpheus or Persephone or whoever. They're able to follow everyone's journey and have a great time.
Just hearing you talk about it, you could hear the passion that you have for Hadestown. But like you mentioned, this isn't the first Broadway cast you've been a part of. How did you get your career started?
Yeah. Oh gosh. I think my parents would say I started in the womb with like performing and like dancing on the bus. But professionally speaking, I started in New York. I'm from New York originally. And after graduating from college, I was like, definitely want to be an actor. And so I packed up my car. I was living in Vermont at the time, packed up my car, moved back to New York, and just started auditioning like a madwoman. Spent a good portion of my early career touring, actually. It's exciting to return to Houston. I've been here before, actually. My last like big tour played here, and it was my last city on that tour. So it's exciting to be back. Yeah, just a number of tours, including Book of Mormon, which brought me here, Sister Act, Wedding Singer, the works. And then in New York, my Broadway debut was in Sister Act. And then I spent 5 years in The Lion King and left The Lion King to do Hadestown.
Amazing. That's quite the lineup there.
Definitely. I'm very, very, very blessed, and certainly don't take any of it for granted.
Well, my last question I just want to ask, especially since you've been here before, have you been able to get out and explore Houston? Any favorite parts?
Oh my goodness, not yet, but I'm so excited to get some food truck action going.
The food here is next level.
It really is. I spent yesterday being pretty low key, got some really good Thai takeout, but I'm a foodie at heart, and I'm very excited to eat some more before going back to the hobby center and dancing my life away on stage.
This will be a great city to do that. Before I let you go, was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Yeah, I would just say, come and see us. This show is beautiful and surprising, and you will not regret coming to see Hadestown at the Hobby Center. So come and see us. We're here January 5th or 9th. Get your tickets, and I'll see you tonight.
Well, I think she about covered it. If you want more ticket information, you can find it on khou.com.